Cyberpunk 2077 is the best first-person shooter to date. After playing games for over 25 years and thinking which ones truly stood out to me over console generations, Cyberpunk 2077 is the best first-person shooter to date, since it does what my favorite shooters in the past did so well, blending different elements like bullet time, unique punchy weapons, character abilities, stealth, and snappy, agile gameplay. The single-player shooting gameplay loop here is truly the best, and it's for two reasons. And for starters, it's the cyberware, the mobility upgrades, the quick hack upgrades, net running, just the character abilities in general you can unlock are very, very well crafted and thought out. Being able to swap out cyberware for different abilities, whether it be a double jump, a dash, a ability to slow down time when you're close to death, it's just very well thought out here, and it adds more build variety to the game, which ultimately adds more replayability. It also keeps players mindful of what build they want to go with. For example, I enjoy net running with heavy weapons, whether it be a shotgun or a LMG, and I'll get into the weapons in a bit because that is probably the biggest part of it. But the cyberware abilities in Cyberpunk, along with having the character skill tree that pushes it even further, really entices me as a player. For example, Fear is one of my favorite first-person shooters, 1 and 2, more so 1, because it's very cut and dry in that game. The bullet time in Fear is amazing. You can go back and play Fear now and have a great time as a pick up and go shooter. And Cyberpunk blended bullet time with some cyberware abilities. Like, you can activate bullet time by tapping L1 and R1 at the same time, or you can dash or slide and aim and it will automatically do it, which is absolutely beautiful. It's like a chef's kiss of action gameplay, and that's one of many examples. Like, another example would be when you're getting hit, you have the ability to, a cyberware ability that procs an explosion of electricity, or to just show that your cyberware capabilities, they do benefit you passively. And the quick hack upgrades when you're a net runner, it just adds more depth to the shooting, because sure, games before this like Far Cry or Dishonored, they give you the ability to trank an enemy or to shoot them with an arrow that makes them go crazy. In Cyberpunk, it just feels way more cooler having the ability just to look at an enemy and have your eyes, V's eyes probably turn a different color. This is being a badass, and it can inflict cyber psychosis or suicide or have their weapons explode. It adds more of an intense shootout, because if you have 4 badasses going cyber psycho while you're running laps around them with a shotgun, it's just twice the amount of chaos. And that's just one situation you can put yourself in. You can blind all of them with the reboot optics quick hack and just sneak up on every single one and stealth kill them or knock them out. The amount of planning ahead in this game is great, and just how you can approach a situation is very much appreciated. Also, if you guys enjoy this kind of content, be sure to hit the like button, and if any video on the screen entices you, subscribe. I upload regularly. Anyways, and the second thing is the firearms. When I say that Cyberpunk has the best first-person shooting weapons I've ever seen or played with, I absolutely mean it. I mean, tech weapons, smart weapons, power weapons, along with the ability to throw knives that auto refill on a critical hit. It's just beautiful. The weapons feel punchy, they feel advanced. It feels like I'm playing in a Elysium District 9 game sometimes with how awesome these weapons are. And not only the firearms, the melee weapons are equally as great. The katanas, their designs, along with the monowire, the power sledgehammer, batons, it really makes you feel like a badass. And not a lot of first-person shooters are able to give that to the player. And if you're playing on very hard like I am, it makes you plan in advance, like I mentioned before, with how to approach a situation, like using a smart sniper rifle, for example, to pick off enemies without even having the stress of holding your breath or getting the perfect shot off. Giving the player the option to opt for these kind of weapons just makes you build more individuality in your playthrough. You really do feel like you have the jump on your enemies. And the animations here are great too. The weapon reloads, the melee finishers, how they all look pretty different. It just shows CDPR had a vision. They really wanted to make their weapons unique. And I highly recommend doing a Netrunner heavy weapons build with a monowire as a secondary, because the LMGs, especially in the Phantom Liberty, they feel punchy. They feel like you are an unstoppable cybernetic tank that just obliterates everything in its path. And I wish I could play it again for the very first time. Cyberpunk 2077 isn't the best driving game, the best open world game, the best beat 'em up. The hand-to-hand combat needs a ton of work actually, but it is by far the best first-person shooter I ever played. Now, it doesn't mean that it's perfect. I do believe that CDPR can add a few things that will improve it, definitely, like the ability to dual wield, or maybe have a pistol in one hand and use your monowire on the other, as in you can lasso an enemy with it and then shoot them. That would be pretty gnarly. I will be making another wish list video for Cyberpunk 2. I appreciate the comments that you guys left on my last one. I'm overall appreciative of everything you guys have said or any constructive feedback, because this channel is mainly about discussing the beauty of video games. There's too much negativity, whether it be with politics or downplaying them, that just saturated the space. Anyways, I appreciate you watching. I am a small content creator, so any help in the algorithm goes a very long way. And I'll see you on the next one.